this is the decision right here. So they're gonna double down. They're saying you don't have enough damage for us. We're gonna go 2 aggressive brawlers. We got Lou for the defense, and they're just gonna push.
I don't mind either comp. I think it's winnable for Novo. A little bit leaning towards FUT Esports comp here. Frank is a brawler that didn't really play too often in scrims, but I don't even have to say that because this roster can play any single brawler. I wouldn't be too surprised to even see a Chessie today, if I'm honest.
I would love to see it. Sunshine and rainbows all year long for FUT Esports. Trial and tribulation on the other side. Novo have finally found the right combination, and they've landed themselves in a grand final. But unfortunately for them, they are met with the ultimate final boss of the region. It's pioneered by Angel Boy, a rookie sensation in Guesty and The Rock, somebody that's been so powerful throughout the year, but it's Novo exploding down the right-hand side, slides one past Guesty. Excellent start out of the red roster.
Novo push right off the bat. I love to see it. You know, they know they have an advantage early on because Damien doesn't have super, and they're going to pop gadgets right away. They're going to go and try to end this game right immediately, and they do right off the bat. Already Novo making a statement against FUT Esports.
If we hadn't cashed in that red button, I'd be exploding right immediately to go click that button, but unfortunately we've given away our 200 points. I love to see that though. What a flying start out of this squad. That second goal I think was a really risky play. I mean, if they died, they were still in a complete sideline away from making it to the other end, so it would have been fine, but the fact that they're able to knock one through, especially in about 30 seconds for 2 goals, that is unbelievable. FUT Esports are a stellar squad. They're what I'll call the disputed #1, and now Angel Boy with an easy pass over to Guesty, a bounce back there, shaking off the rust a little bit and hopping right back in here with a goal of their own.
Yeah, but nice bounce back for the side of FUT Esports. They knew they had to make some changes at the start of the game, and they're going to make them right away. Now, Lou Super coming out. Angel Boy does go down, though, gets the stun on to Juice, and they're not going to be able to finish that kill. Nice heal from Poco. They're trying their best to stay alive, and it's only Guesty left staying alive. They're going to try to push this.
Ice block for Guesty, so he's going to be indestructible for a moment, but Novo now swarming him. Angel Boy diving in, looking for a double tag, gets one, looks for Meow. A second, has a super available. Angel Boy able to cycle another one, though. They've just trapped the entire squad of Novo in this mosh pit. Angel Boy dribbling top side. Knob, hypercharge, the extra stats, the pure amount of HP. Even Jester can't get the stop. What a quick response. 1-1 already. We are moving quickly throughout this set.
Yeah, this is fire right now. I love to see it. Both teams are literally just going for it. You know what I mean? As long as you know, FUT survived the start of the game, I think they have a very good shot at, you know, coming back later on. And with their high HP, they push the pressure as well. So it's going to be a battle of who gets this control right off.
Wall of sound on the right-hand side, so HP being boasted by Angel Boy, going straight at Juice. This is the matchup that they ideally want. It's the anti-tank versus the tank. Meanwhile, Guesty going against speed personified. Filippo with the phase shift going down right below Knob, but he swipes away. The hammer connects, and now it's Poco all alone. Prevails, gets the heal off onto Juice, so will remain with enough numbers to keep FUT from going straight to the goal.
Keep an eye on Angel Boy. He's jumping in. He's going to try to get a couple kills here, but doesn't get as much value as you would have liked. Meow got the heal off in time. Knob with the super does get one stun. Is he going to go for the goal? He tries, almost gets it, but Angel Boy coming in for the return fire, and they're going to be able to score. Nicely done.
Yeah, the persistence was absolutely insane. Angel Boy maybe stunning on him a little bit here, but more than anything, just trying to shave away at that clock. Plenty of utility ready to go. Meow wants to push immediately, goes for the shield, only makes contact with the enemy side though, and as a result, Filippo's going to be rather low, looking for shots on the right-hand side. Wall of sound goes down. Angel Boy only 1,000 HP. Meow gets a strum with the guitar, and it's all the Nova Brawlers encircling, looking for when they whip one around the corner. Juice with an open net and ties things up, an equalizer and a banger of a first set.
This is so back and forth. It's going to be up to Angel Boy, popping the hypercharge, getting all 3 inside the dome, and he's going to keep going. He gets the 3-piece, and just like that, FUT make a statement and take set #1.
Close the whole way through, but Novo Esports don't have enough duration to withstand a Frank's health points. You called it out in the
I was going to say I potentially would like to see a Cordelius last pick, but I don't mind the meeple as well. I'm very interested of what gadget Lou goes. I'm guessing he's going to go the ice block for that Damien jump. And also the kit, kind of an interesting spot here. Has nobody to really jump on for the teammates, but probably he's going to play much more of a solo kit and support kit, you know, towards that end game. So I expect you have to keep an eye on Angel Boy. Might be able to get some sneaky kills with that invis.
Competitive opening set for Novo Esports in their first grand finals of the year, but FUT Esports are the final boss for a reason. One goal separated that. Now we move into a situation where mechanics must prevail, where you have one life every single round. It's a solid draft overall. I like this Meeple last selection, but bringing down FUT is a monstrous task. Now a cutoff in the middle as well, so Juice going to be able to expand here. Gets that Mansions of Meeple, so it's going to be Max tiptoeing his way down the sideline. She's going to get some nice taps there, just a little faster blaster action, trying to get closer to a little max speed to give them control.
Yeah, notice how Meow also got a couple shots in there. That's very important to keep an eye on how close Damien is to Super. Damien is basically the final boss if the smoke ever comes in. Angel Boy does get a jump onto Juice. Is it going to be enough? Nice Mansion to keep him safe, and Angel Boy is now the one in trouble. Filippo also getting a kill as well. Angel Boy so low. Meow trying to make the best out of it. Juice does get the kill on Nob as well, so this is a 2v1 scenario where Angel Boy really doesn't know what to do here.
That was a fantastic combat right there. Just so many situations where I thought there were going to be even more deaths, but a really good job from both of these ends to try and survive as much as possible. Angel Boy, phenomenal player, but Kit alone versus the health points of a Damien, especially in a 2v1 scenario, it's just not going to happen. He does have that super going into the next round though, so they're not with nothing. It's just they need to see Nob get some taps onto the Damien. We got to find a way to get a freeze on either the max speed or a diving Damien.
I like the try, though. Angel Boy was trying to isolate one of the enemy players and hopefully get Nob to get some supercharge and finally get a kill. But keep an eye on Angel Boy. If Gessie does get super, they might take a jump and then super them back into the team. So that's a very common strategy with Gene Kit, and I'm expecting to see it as soon as Gessie starts to get the super.
The set's transformed into an east-west affair, and Angel Boy just playing mind games. Has the cardboard box if he wants to go invisible, a super to dive in as well, but hasn't revealed himself in a while. I think he's just trying to make sure that Novo have to keep second-guessing where he is at all time. That's one of the benefits of this rare utility.
Yeah, Novo know Gessie's probably pretty close to super. They're slowly just hiding and waiting for the perfect opportunity. They want the smoke to come in. They have Damien jump already. They have max hypercharge, and there they go. They're trying to make a move. They're going to isolate Gessie. He knows they're close. They're going to get a kill onto Gessie most likely. They do get the jump off, but it's looking all Novo right now as Angel Boy's the last man standing, and this is a very nice retaliation from Novo.
Excellent step up. Once again, taking game number 1 of the set. I'm liking this Damien interaction with the other squad right now. Kit's a great brawler. We see Angel Boy pilot this guy a lot. But unfortunately, I just think the health points of Damien are a little too overwhelming. Kit's not been able to get those isolated plays. I feel like Damien's always traveling with a teammate. I think that's good decision-making from Novo. No man left behind. It allows for the max speed to go through. And of course, we saw some big-time plays out of Juice, just using the Mansions of Meeple to preserve his life. That was excellent. Immediate cutoff of that grass as well. A wall of sound for extra benefit too. So now they can really harbor this left-hand in and own it for the red side.
Absolutely, and they're both pushing both sides. Both walls come out, which was pretty interesting. I like that play. Gaining the full control, guarantee it, and now they're just happy to sit here for a while. Angel Boy does make a play on Juice. Very nice awareness from Angel Boy. Knows that Juice is isolated, knows doesn't have enough damage, and he can jump to safety here. He's not in danger whatsoever. He's kind of actually going to get another kill.
Wow. I mean, just an awesome execution there out of Angel Boy. He didn't even make the contact with the enemy brawler because if he dives, it allows the other teammates time to catch up and get fireback shots. He dove at a perfect angle to where he was just short of the enemy brawler, 3 swipes away, and of course Meeple all alone, especially without Rage Quit, doesn't stand a chance. What an adjustment out of FUT, and a nice job from their captain.
Meow actually did a pretty good job there at the last second to get a little bit more extra supercharge. He obviously wasn't going to win the 1v3, but that little extra supercharge is what they need if they want a chance to win this series. Damien jump is their key to success right now. So if they need to charge it as fast as possible, Angel Boy jumping in doesn't quite get a super amount of value, but, you know, does push them back into the enemy spawn.
Additionally, a magic hand burned out of Gestie. They're in prime position, but now Damien trying to jump in. The ice ring on the ground. The warm-blooded creature is just going to have to go left, dive out of the mosh pit. They trap Gestie as well, but Angel Boy dives in a moment's notice. There's a super available for Juice, and he's going to activate perfectly timed. Makes connection with both of those walls, so it'll put this into a 2v2 situation. Lou into Damien in a vacuum is real nice, but Gestie is not going to be the best in these kinds of situations outside of chip damage.
Yeah, this is definitely in favor of FUT. However, Juice is playing fantastic with the Meeple Mansion. Does get a trap onto Lou there. Trying to push up is Meow, but does get pulled. Is he going to get isolated? He does. Very well played from Gessie and Nob, knowing that they can get that kill. And now it's a 2v1 scenario. It's all going to be FUT here. There's barely any chance Juice has.
Meeple just not going to be your 1v2 playmaker. As a single shot brawler with medium damage, there's just no world, especially with Gene magic puffs going out. There was healing galore, supercharge available too. So FUT once again answering after a game 1 defeat. They're just never down and out. There is always a chance of these guys coming back. The adjustments have been good. They are live playmakers as well. So Angel Boy goes into the set thinking one thing, and live action callouts are so good. Angel Boy getting the early execution there, able to get a pickup for his team. It just felt like they always had the numbers advantage in game number 2. And once again, a cutoff on the grass to the left-hand side. Angel Boy invisible though. Filippo phase shifting away. A nice dodge there, but barely remaining alive. Meow just gonna have to body block all of this damage, but it's gonna result in a freeze as well. Meow finally falls. Novo running for the hills. It's just complete numbers advantage once again for FUT. Just great gameplay overall.
Very well done by Angel Boy. You know, isolating the Damien, isolating Juice, and honestly, Damien was just trying to protect his teammates, but did get a hit by a little bit of too much blue shots and was forced, you know, into a very bad spot. So, well played Angel Boy, and now the 3v2 scenario is looking all in favor of FUT. They're going to try to charge as many supers as possible. This is really hard for Novo to win. They're going to try their very best, but the jump onto the Lou to get the shots in. Juice, there's nothing he can do here. 3v1 scenario. They're going to try just to charge as much supers going into the final round.
Yeah, Max has a good chance of regenerating another super here too. I wonder if that was to force out an Angel Boy super more than anything, because otherwise I don't really think they had the best chance at winning this one overall. There it is. At least they get another super out of it, but Magic Hand at this point. Nob has a super. Angel Boy got his back. Anyways, it just felt like all for naught there.
I have a little bit of concern for Novo. I know Angel Boy is starting to get a little bit closer to that hypercharge. That hypercharge kit play is basically a game winner, and might not get it this round, but if they do go to a third round, it is very possible that he gets it in time.
Just an extra advantage for Angel Boy, who already doesn't need any buffs as a player. He's already too good for that overall. Guesty could make a Magic Hand play. Nob now can go into the warm-blooded tank on the bottom side of the screen. It's just a dive and a pull as well. Oh, what a beautiful combination there. And now they're going to skin Novo skating. Ice rink on the ground. Filippo, extra speed, now diving at the opponents, but the ice block will protect him as well. The pull goes through once again. Guesty takes all the names from the Novo side. What a demonstration. These guys are just a cut above the rest.
Excellently played there. You know, the kid jumps in. They knew the Gene had pull. They pull him into him, and Nob, I want to showcase Nob here a little bit. Drops the ice ring, knows that they're about to re-attack.
We see Shelly come out there. Okay, that's an answer to the boss. We haven't seen her in a while, but I believe she's still decent into tanks these days.
This is definitely on the spot, you know, flex pick. This is not something they're probably, you know, planning to bring out. However, they double down into the tank, so Shelly totally makes a lot of sense here into the Buzz. It's going to be really hard for Buzz to get close to the Shelly, and so maybe even protect the Sirius. That might be the game here.
We saw another smaller tournament this week where FUT Esports wanted to pick Tick, but then they deviated to Chessie. I think it's something like this as well. We can win regardless of the brawler, but yes, Shelly does make actual sense into boss. Potentially the last set here. Let's see if Novo finds their stride though.
Love the Shelly selection. What a great ending 6th pick on the fly. It's the creativity that Guesty and Angel Boy have brought to the draft all year long. Speaking of serious and unusual and orthodox selection as well, they're on the right-hand side. Now it's to fight a Damien up the middle of the map. It's just going to take a lot of faster blaster if they want to bring that down. The punchback goes through too, and Max barely stays alive. Juice just going right at Guess. He knows he has to eliminate him if he wants to bring down the shadows, but unfortunately his teammates are there to cover for him. Now they've not only let go of the kills, they've also let go of the entire middle of the spawning map.
Yeah, I guess he's doing a fantastic job on that series, you know, showing that it can still work against 2 tanks, getting a lot of clones, and somehow really just feeding off of this Damien. So far, Damien doesn't have a super, and very nicely played by Angel Boy to protect his Sirius. I love the team play from these guys, and they're just so cohesive and so together as a unit, and you can look, they're all in the middle. They're just grouped up, and they know they're safe.
They're having their way, and now Shelly getting on the offensive, gonna just steal a few gems, knows that she's likely a goner, but Damien is still gonna have to find a way to get that kill, clustering in multiple brawlers, but look at all the spawners on the ground. FUT just making it look easy. This isn't a quarterfinals. This is the grand finals, folks. They're going for their 4th of the year. The worst result they've had is 2nd place, and now they're a match point away from remaining on that throne. It's not even close right now. It is FUT Esports and everybody else. Novo are going to have one of the most historic turnarounds of all time. They're not even playing poorly. FUT are just on another planet.
Yeah, FUT is a fantastic team, and they're playing like it right now. They're so close together. They know when, you know, Buzz has super, and they're making every possible call out here and there, and Angel Boy is not letting any of his teammates die. I mean, this is a great Shelly pick. I really, really love this. This is an on-the-spot pick, and he's making it shine right now.
Juice with a miss out of the reserve buoy, but a wall of sound will cut off FUT from the middle of the map. Still a couple gems in their pockets, but Juice has to try and charge up that super to the best of his ability until he is able to get rearing and ready to go. It's going to be really difficult. Shield going up from the max super as well, but Damien has an onslaught. He's got a bunch of copycats chasing him down as Filippo there for some heavy fire to help take him out. Juice going to be frozen as well. No super there. The Angel Boy answer out of this Shelly has just been so good throughout the set.
It just looks like Novo is looking for anything to go their way right now. They're throwing everything at FUT, and FUT is not cracking one bit. They're just trying to get lanes. They're trying to go behind them. Look, Filippo, their gem carry is behind them. And Nob and them are not cracking whatsoever. They're ready for everything, and Meow still not able to get a kill. Finally gets the kill onto Sirius. That's what we were expecting to happen more often, but it's just not quite there.
He grabbed a kill, but not enough for any gems. Shelly barely holding on, just enough time to bring Juice low, but he's still got to fight. They have to be rather aggressive if they want a chance at a comeback. Meow diving in. The freeze goes in instantly, though. What a hypercharge connection. It's going to be another takedown. FUT Esports from top to bottom, getting every single kill necessary to make sure they preserve this gem.
FUT Esports with 9 gems to their name. They only need one more gem to spawn the countdown. Novo making one final last push with the max hypercharge. Meow does have a hypercharge super. He's going to be looking probably for Gesty or Nob, but Angel Boy is here to shut the door. Meow still has to make a move sooner or later. They have the countdown.
FUT Esports, any member can fall. Novo in their first grand final have had a heck of a turnaround this season, and finally they get some punches to go through, but Angel Boy scoops up every single one of the gems. The base shift from them as well. 9 gems on the count. Red countdown. All of a sudden this could be a turnaround.
Fantastic turnaround from Novo. They managed to get a couple kills on the gem carries. They managed to get some gems and get out, and it's looking like they might start to make a final turnaround. They don't have enough time to reset the clock. They need a kill onto either Juice or the Max there in the back of the spawn, and they're going to try their best, but it's not going to be enough time.
Wow, what a hold on there. Little smile coming out of Juice. He just got out of dodge scot-free. A little bit of a risky play as well, I might add. Buzz was on the bottom side there, just separating from the teammates. So if something went awry up top, he's only got 2 gems to go for it, and he's closer to the FUT Esports side. That was about 2 seconds from being a disaster, but it wasn't. Novo Esports timed it perfectly, and now they tied things up. It's a second match point for FUT.
Love to see the fight inside of Novo here. They know they're not going down without a fight, and they're putting the pressure. And you can see the potential from the Buzz and the Damien. They have the potential to turn things around very, very fast, and they just have to get their supers on lockdown.
Cut off in the middle of the map, so once again, FUT are going to be pressed to their spawn side as it disintegrates. The wall of sound will evaporate. Meow getting a punchback, throwing back the spawn wing as well. Juice going against Angel Boy, but it's just an impossible matchup. The shotgun will always stop that buoy.
Yeah, Angel Boy playing a fantastic Shelly, locking down Juice and Damien as much as possible, keeping his teammates very safe. Nob has a super ready to go as well. They have all utility on the side of FUT, and it's looking like they're going to use it as much as possible here to stay alive. Gesty going a little bit low, but stays alive. That's the most important thing. They're able also to get a kill onto Meow and regain some control.
Good timing out of Juice. Manages to get the long distance pull, the stun onto Shelly. She had just enough low HP to get a takedown, and now he cycled in another super as well, but Angel Boy has intentions elsewhere. It's going to be a loose super in the middle of the map. Sirius is going to go down, but it is still positioning for Novo. Oh, and you saw the hypercharge, little distribution of that unlimited energy going onto Juice. So he's got to be pretty close to this hypercharge at this point. Has a super available. A dash through from Angel Boy. He can't get out of arm's length, but look at all the spawners piling up on the map. He's focused on the bottom, though. A perfect freeze. Nob holds on. What a turnaround from FUT. They're still in this for sure. Look at the army they've mustered.
Fantastic play for Nob to stay alive, and Gesty had so many clones. That was a huge kill onto Gesty. If those clones stay up, it is looking detrimental for the side of Novo, but they got the kill they needed, and they also got 9 gems to their name.
And now Gesty using a hypercharge. The big buff spawners going down, and it's the first takedown. 3 encircling the right-hand side. The original Damien just trying to force them away. Faster blaster in the reload is not enough to push them through. Nob trying to protect himself with a gadget. Is Angel Boy there to cover for him? Juice, left-hand end on the L-shaped wall, hiding, hoping that Angel Boy steps up close enough to where he can start charging his super, but they're very delicate about this situation. 9-9 overall. It could go either direction.
Yeah, and this is going to be close. They should be able to pick up this game. Angel Boy's going to grab the countdown, but they're able to reset if this played well. Mao almost gets a kill onto Gesty, but Gesty stays alive with basically 0 HP. Juice does get a kill onto Angel Boy, gets a second, and they finally start to walk away with this a little bit.
Novo with a chance to extend to a 4th set. It would be a huge result considering that FUT had a double match point. Nob, though, has the hypercharge. He could be a hero. Top right-hand side goes for the ice ring just out of stretching distance. Angel Boy encircling Filippo with the double phase shift, and they hold on for dear life. Hope still yet for the underdog.
And I love that they're smiling. I love that they know they're still in this. They fought back from tooth and nail there. I mean, this was as close a set as you can get. They had the opportunities with the Damien, with the...
Correct.
That's a final great pick from FUT Esports there.
Now we can call it again. This could potentially be the last set here, but I think we all agree on the desk. We want to see a set 5. We want to see the grand finals today go all the way after way too many quick matches today. Meeple, great brawler overall to round off the comp on the side of FUT Esports. No Shelly this time around. Who has comp for you guys, or is it just even?
Tough to call, but personally, I would go with the Surge. That's just what I think on paper is better, but again, guessing against FUT Esports might be the dumbest thing you could do right now with how they look.
Absolutely. Novo Esports escaping by the hair on their chinny chin chin. A double match point, and they somehow managed to bring us to a 4th. Now a double phase shift going through, but a rage quit with low HP makes it just a lone Juice. Surge, a great brawler, but doubling into some of the best mechanical players in the world. An impossible task for anybody, so FUT will immediately retake, but a max resurgence should get them back in the mid.
Yeah, and you see Juice already level 3. That is very big for the Surge. If you can get that range advantage against Lumi, against Meeple, it's very solid. However, it's going to get really low thanks to some nice shots from Nob through the super. And FUT are making a resurgence back and starting to get a little bit of pressure going.
Angel Boy just clasping to this top L-shaped wall and putting Filippo in a corner. A body blender as now he's going to get a few punches off, bring him to his knees, and now 20+ percentage points as Nob goes through with the Meeple Super Surge. Is just going to have to retreat.
Yeah, and I think FUT is showing why, they want to go Damien over Surge. I think, the pressure that Damien causes and gets them so much zone time is so important. Does miss the super on Filippo. Very nice dash from him, and he's behind the enemy lines. However, Angel Boy doesn't even care. He's going for Meow instead and gets the kill as well.
FUT multitasking, man. At the top of the map, Damien's putting in work. Guesty and Nob just holding on to the middle of the map. Now he's even walking through walls. Juice, a fantastic brawler. Surge, excellent in this meta, but it is not enough to deal with a roster of this caliber. Guesty regenerating. Angel Boy still holding on, and now a cutoff in the mid. No jump for Surge. An ice ring on the ground, and FUT once again on their 3rd match point. It's looking like a real potential that they take care of business. That was one of the games that was more dominant that we've seen this entire match.
Absolutely, and that was just show how much knowledge they have on this current meta. They knew Surge was in play, they knew Damien was in play, and they were happy to give them the enemy team Surge and take Damien and Lumi, excuse me. So they are excellent right now inside the draft, and they're playing this phenomenally.
Solid consolation prize either way. Wall of Sound on the right-hand side as Juice drives straight at Angel Boy. Filippo up the middle as well. Goes for the phase shift just to make sure that they can take care of Angel Boy instantly. So now it's both teams battling for percentage points. Chester rotates to the left-hand side as Filippo still holds onto the mid. Angel Boy just barrels his way up the gut, though. Juice holding on for as long as he possibly can. A jump in, a super, but the power shield gives him just enough to regenerate. What a hold on there from Novo.
Well played from Novo. Sorted to gain back control. However, Angel Boy does have super key, and keep an eye on him. He's going to be looking to probably target anybody, actually, just going straight in the mid. I don't mind it. Gets a kill. However, goes pretty low here. It's Filippo and Meow going to pinch this out. They do. Well played to them as well. And now they're starting to build a little bit of lead for themselves.
Yeah, finally finding it a little bit, but there's a double stun just when you think you had it. Guesty roots them in the middle of the ground, and now Juice has to be a big-time playmaker, but a perfectly timed stun. A whole team play of mechanics there coming out of FUT, and they want more. Ruthless on this left-hand side. A phase shift, extra speed, 454 HP, but Filippo knows they have to be aggressive. They can't let go, but FUT inevitable, and now they've retaken the lead.
That can't happen. You need to get value out of that Surge hypercharge, and unfortunately they just didn't get it. However, they're doing a great job of bouncing back, even though they wasted a good amount of utility. They're just putting out a ton of damage. It's really hard for Angel Boy to get a little bit of value. However, he goes in, does get Juice, probably going to get traded out. Not actually, no. Guesty doing a fantastic job of securing the mid for his team.
Another interaction where FUT surprises. They should be goners in that situation. Instead, it is Novo lacking. Left-hand side, one phase shift, make it to a dive in from Damien to trap the other 2 brawlers as well. Juice escapes. Chester with a circle lane of hyper charges with 80% to go. Novo trying to hold on for dear life. A nice sidestep there. Guesty goes down, but Angel Boy is the man they have to watch.
Juice has a second hypercharged Surge super. Keep an eye on him. It is getting close, though. The clock is starting to tick. Both teams have a very close percentage right now, but there comes the Surge hyper.
Juice now trying to be a big playmaker. He has to be because FUT are ticking up to 100. Novo gave it the old college try, their first grand finals of the year, but you can't stop FUT. Disputed #1, forget it. There's nobody on the planet doing what these guys are.
Fantastically played from FUT